Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and today I've got something to discuss with you that may revolutionise motovlogging from this day forward. So if that is of interest to you and you'd like to know more, sit back, relax, grab yourselves a cup of tea, and without further ado, let us get into the video. So ladies and gents, how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. And as the title of the video suggests, we are going to be discussing something that may change the way I motovlog from this day onwards. And that is, DJI have released a new microphone. And that microphone is the DJI Mic Mini. And you are currently listening to me through that microphone. Now the microphone, compared to my other wireless mic that I have called the Mic 2, is literally half the size of it. And what I will do is, as we are going along, I shall throw up some pictures, a little bit of B-roll footage of the Mic 2 versus the Mic Mini, so you guys can get an idea of the size difference. And hopefully, with any luck, you'll also get an audible difference in sound quality. Because the idea of me getting the Mic Mini as well as the Mic 2 is that when I eventually upgrade to the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, I'm hopefully going to be able to run wireless microphones both in my helmet and in the bike. So you guys will be able to get a much better surround sound experience between me talking and the bike's engine noise. Now, all I've done with the Mic Mini in terms of settings is I've set the gain to -12, because that's as low as it can go, whereas when you use a wired microphone on the Osmo Action 4 and the 5 Pro, I believe, you can go down to -20. And what I will do is I will do a side-by-side comparison in this video of the Mic Mini and my traditional setup, which is a wired lavalier mic with a USB-C converter, so you guys can get an idea of the difference in sound. Now, like I said, I'm hoping that with using the Mic Mini in my helmet, it will give me a little bit more freedom in terms of actual microphone placement, less wires, and a much cleaner sound. Well, that's my idea anyway. When you've got prats like this on push bikes, you want to sit right in front of me. Now at the moment I've got the visor open on my Arri RX-7. Now, as you guys may or may not be aware, the RX-7 isn't the quietest helmet in the world, but likewise I think it's not the noisiest in the world. I have used other brands of helmets which have been somewhat noisier and nowhere near as comfortable to wear for long periods of time, and also to accommodate a comms unit and the camera at the same time. But with the RX-7, I think I've got kind of the best compromise. Not only is the RX-7 a brilliant track helmet, I also do believe that the RX-7 is a brilliant street helmet, hence why I have two of them, or I've had two of them. The main purpose of this morning's video is to do a side-by-side comparison between the wired microphone that I normally use in comparison to the DJI Mic Mini, which is a Bluetooth wireless microphone. Now, what I'm hoping to gain with using the wireless microphone is, like I said, clean up the overall setup, end up with a setup like what you see now, with literally no wires at all hanging off the camera or hanging out from under my chin. I do still have the wired mic inside the RX-7, and like I said, I will be doing a back-to-back comparison in this video of what the Mic Mini sounds like compared to the standard microphone that I normally use. Now, do I think the Mic Mini could revolutionise motovlogging? Yes, 100%. Why do I say that? The form factor, the weight, the ease of concealment. The only thing I would like to have seen is the option of the Mic Mini being able to record in 32-bit float. But if they did that, then the unit itself will probably be a bit bigger than what it currently is. And when I say it's half the size of the DJI Mic 2, I am not lying. And again, like I said, I'll put a picture up of the size difference between the two, because I couldn't believe how small it actually is. And literally, this microphone, in terms of its release, is 3 days old. So by the time you see this video, it probably would have been out for about a week. And I'm hoping I'm going to be impressed by it, because it's not the most expensive thing in the world. It's £49 currently on DJI's website. I don't know if that price will change with Black Friday and Christmas coming up and stuff like that. I honestly don't know if there will be a price differential between now and whenever you go to pick one up, if you do decide to pick one of these up. But the fact that it uses a really diddy little magnet, and through testing at home yesterday when I got the mic out of the box, if you have a Mic 2, the actual square magnets that come with it are compatible with the Mic Mini. And that's one of the things that really worried me as to whether or not the magnet would be strong enough to deal with it. And I'm pleased to report that so far, from what I can feel inside my chin bar, that answer is yes, it is coping with it quite well. But obviously it's only a preliminary test, and I've got the magnet for the mic stuck in with Gorilla Tape. But if this setup works and turns out to be my go-to setup from now on in the future, then I will probably either super glue the magnet inside the chin bar, or I will use some proper heavy duty gaffer tape to hold it in, so that if I do decide to remove it for whatever reason, I'm not going to destroy the helmet nor the magnet. But what is nice with the Mic Mini is that it comes with two different coloured dead cats. So you've got the plain black, and you've got like a silvery grey one, so you can have a choice of one or the other depending on what you're using it for. The Mic Mini also comes in two different colours. You've got Infinity Black, and I think it's called Snow White. I'm not quite sure, but definitely the black one is called Infinity Black, and that's the one that I bought, because at the end of the day, motovlogging is not a tidy business. It's not clean, and especially if you're talking inside your helmet all day, or at least twice a day like I do, the insides aren't exactly very clean. Because if, like me, I do talk a lot, and it's not just talking in terms of talking to you guys when I'm doing a video, but also when I'm on the phone to the missus. Because again, the microphone for my Cardo PackTalk Edge is situated just inside the chin bar on the left hand side of my face. So as you can appreciate, it's not the tidiest inside this RX-7. I mean, from the outside you probably won't even see the cabling or anything like that. But as a general rule of thumb, I try to keep the setup as slimline and low profile as possible. But anyway, how do we think this sounds? Does it sound good? Does it sound bad? Does it just sound okay? Is it too noisy for you guys? Should I stick with a wired microphone? Make sure to let me know in the comments down below which one you prefer, and whether I should stick with the wired microphone or I should persevere with the wireless microphone and just hopefully get a bit of better quality with different mic placements, or even potentially go back to the Mic 2. I'd love to get your guys' thoughts and feedback on the subject. If you are a motovlogger, please let me know what your setups are as well, because it'd be great to get feedback from other guys in the same field of expertise as myself. I'm hoping that this is going to sound somewhat decent, because like I said, I've not fucked about with the actual settings apart from putting the gain down to -12, because I believe that's all you can do with these microphones. You know, they're built to a point, obviously, you can't expect a £50 microphone to be all singing, all dancing, you know, have its own internal memory and do one thing and another, because, you know, it's asking too much of something so small. I didn't buy the Mic Mini for having internal storage, that's why I've got the Mic 2 for. And the idea is for the Mini is to literally just be inside my helmet. It's so that I can take the camera off my chin, put it on my handlebars, put it on my screen, or put it somewhere else or whatever, when I actually am able to invest in some more bits from DJI, because this motovlogging game ain't cheap, as all my fellow motovloggers will know. But I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping the Mic Mini is going to be the answer to all motovlogging prayers, in the sense that it's half the size of the Mic 2, it's half the weight of the Mic 2, and it connects wirelessly via Bluetooth with not just the Action 4, but the Action 5, the Osmo Pocket, and I believe also to the drone. Now forgive me, I think it's called the Mavic or something like that. I can't remember the name of the drone that it connects to. But DJI, being the clever people that they are, they're constantly releasing firmware updates. So the Mic Mini will probably be exactly like the Mic 2, and it will connect to absolutely bloody everything that DJI make, which is awesome. Now, whereas the standard wide mic that I normally use can go down to -20, I normally have it set to about -10 on the gain. So I'm hoping. The fuck is this idiot braking for? She's in the wrong fucking lane, that's why. And like I said, ladies and gents, I'm hoping that the Mic Mini is going to solve all my audio issues. Well, not really issues, but just being able to clean up the actual mic setup itself would be absolutely bloody amazing, which would also mean that when I'm not motovlogging, I can still have the camera running and not have to worry about having a microphone inside my helmet, because I don't motovlog every day like I should do, I'll be honest. But when I do motovlog, it would be nice to be able to have the microphone completely inconspicuous, if that makes any sense. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, when we return, we will have the wide mic plugged in, and I will once again throw the idea out to the floor, and you guys can let me know what you think as to which way I should go. Should I stick with the wide mic? Should I go with the Mic Mini? I haven't tested the Mic 2 in the as a motovlogging setup, purely because there's not really enough space in the helmet for it. So by the power of the internet and a bit of dubious editing, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
6 hours later.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second part of the video where we are going to be comparing my standard wired mic to the DJI Mic Mini. Now, this is my standard microphone that I normally use. If I remember rightly, the microphone itself is the Movo AC400, I think. And this is the microphone that you normally hear my dulcet tones through. So just recapping on what we've already discussed, the DJI Mic Mini is a brand new mini microphone, hence the name. I was one of the lucky ones to get my hands on one near enough the same week that it came out. In the first part of the video, you heard me talking in my normal tone with the DJI Mic Mini with my visor down. Now, unfortunately, this part of the test, or this part of the comparison, isn't going to be quite as fair as the first part, purely for the fact that I am currently having to run with my visor open, because as you can see, it's dark. This is what my standard mic setup sounds like. Like I said, granted, the visor is open, but I'm hoping fingers crossed, that you can still hear everything that I'm saying. But what I will do is, I know I'm not supposed to, but when I get a chance, I will quickly drop the visor so you can have a listen to what it sounds like, so you've got some kind of reference. In actual fact, I'm going to do that right now. So this is my visor closed, how I normally would ride in the mornings and during the day, so you guys can get a good reference as to what my standard mic setup sounds like compared to the visor being open. And like I said, you have to forgive me that this isn't going to be the most scientific of tests, but I'm hoping this is going to give you guys somewhat of an idea as to what it sounds like. But that is what you can expect from a standard mic setup compared to a wireless mic setup. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think, whether it's a worthwhile investment or I'm wasting my money. I'd like to think that I haven't, bearing in mind the DJI Mic Mini was only £49 at the time of release. But yeah, as I said, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, whether the mic sounds good, bad or indifferent, whether I should keep to the wired mic or whether I should continue to use the DJI Mic Mini. I will do a comparison video between the Mic Mini and the Mic 2 that I have at some point in the very near future. So make sure you stick around for that, and let me know your thoughts and feelings on that as well when I get a chance to actually do said video. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as always, you guys have been absolutely awesome. I have been Lee, aka Rollin Thunder. I do apologise that the video is a little bit longer than I normally would do, but I wanted to give you guys the best possible audio feedback from both devices that I normally use, so you can make your own decision as to whether or not what I'm using is good or bad. And if you have got any comments or questions in the meantime, feel free to put them in the comments box down below, and I will do my best to answer them as quickly and as efficiently as I possibly can. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as always, you have been awesome. I have been Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, be aware of COVID-19, be safe, be happy, and as always, adios.